come to stand quite close, and we bring their feet below the hip bones.
So my fly is as close to me as I can touch her feet.
The fly has the fingers forwards, the base has the fingers out to the side.
Can you see my feet? My feet is duck feet. So again, my foot is not parallel anymore because I want that foot that we practiced at the warm-up and then we practice at the massage. So the foot is just below the hip bone. So as soon as she bends, I can feel the feet, the perfect fit of my foot at the fold of the hip. So as soon as she bends, she softens the elbows. I receive her body and straighten up. We're going to do it again. So it might take a little bit of practice to do this, and for some people, if you have done that before, make it even more perfect. I receive her body, see how fluid can you be, how effortless it can be, working with the vertical lines. And then last time, receive her body, push straight up.
As the fly, you want the legs wide and heavy, with the feet falling down to the ground. And you want to relax your arms as much as possible. If you put pressure into the hands, it makes it very difficult for the base. So really stay passive and relaxed. Imagine you're going to receive a massage.
At the very beginning, it's very likely for people who haven't done that before that the back will have a kind of round shape because it's going to be holding on to a lot of tension. So we can take a short time here and wait for the back to release and wait for the spine to come back to its normal shape or to the normal curves of the spine or the natural curvature. So I can wait here, place my hand here and wait. And then I can feel very slowly, I will feel the lengthening and the space being created. And then very slowly, can everyone who is on that side come to the back side, please? So just so you don't feel like a bit puzzled, if you haven't done the flying before, we're going to come to you and work with you more specifically. And then if you have done before and you feel a bit more secure, you're going to be practicing what we're showing now, okay? So we're going to wait for the spine to release, and we place the hand and again we listen with the palm. And we're tuning so deeply that we can actually notice the movements in the back. Very slowly I can encourage this action of coming down of the tissue of the back and just bringing very slowly the tissue down. And then you might take a few minutes here or a few moments here and then make my way all the way towards the neck. And it's very, very slow.
I'm always, I want to make sure the hands of the person flying is fine. So is it okay for hands just to hold?
The hands,
like
the tops of her hands on the floor and completely relaxed.
She's not supporting herself at all.
Not at all. Because if two people try to find the balance, no one does the role. So it's my role to balance her. I can only balance her if she's trusting me and completely relaxed. So I'm encouraging everything to come down. So I might take a few moments here. Really take as long as you want. Be very patient. So then you can really feel what's going on. So then you do all the way down here in this way. And then you can do all the way down. I like to bend my knees here. So I feel really my sacrum grounding more. Obviously at the beginning when you're struggling with the balance, you keep the legs straight. As soon as you have the balance, you can bend the knee, but still your heels on top of your sacrum. And then you can do the same, encouraging the rib cage down. And wait a little bit. I'm doing a bit faster than I would. You can do the same with the neck. When you get to the base of the neck, the bone here at the base of the neck, we can just start pointing and flexing the toes. Give little shakes. A little bit of rocking. That feels amazing, and this feels a really good traction, and I can just walk my fingers on the neck. It's very small, it's hard to understand what's going on here if you're not feeling it or if you're not feeling it, just watching. And then you can keep that rocking, and then you can do very, very small rocking movements here from side to side. But you can see everything's moving from there. But every now and then they connect. And then you can make it a bit bigger. Find your way, find your rhythm. So I would like everyone, and if you have experience, to explore this just for the lift in the first round. And all the infinite possibilities you have in here. If it's a new practice to you, find the balance and have your hands down. And that's your warm-up for now. To come down, we hold hand to hand again. Can you see my forearms are vertical? So we straighten the elbows together and I bend my legs. Again, I'm moving through the verticality.
You may be a little bit dizzy after being inverted for so long, so just take your time to slowly bring the bases legs to the floor and ground. Your free brushes and then soften. And using this that we had helping the heart down. So let's have all the beautiful people here, all the gorgeous people here.